Stoma Sports Talk Worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now let's move up to the heavyweights. I've been telling you, we worried about the April 13th date from Anthony Joshua's next opponent, right? April 13th, Wembley. We know about that. We've been saying it could be Dillian Whyte, it could be Jarrell Miller. We could also tell you who we know it ain't gonna be. Ortiz. We know it ain't gonna be him. So things like that, right? So this is nothing short of what you've been hearing. It's just a little spicy, right? We're gonna start with Dillian Whyte saying he thinks the fight is dead, right? He says the fight is dead. That's what's up, because he said they've offered him and it's always been too low. They started too late, right? He said they had having a date since September the 22nd. They've been knowing Joshua's going to need to fight on April the 13th. They've been having Wembley for 6 months. They start negotiating with him on January the 10th, right? He said right now we only got 11 weeks out of the fight. He needs 16 weeks or 14 weeks of training before, his lead up. He's got to have that, right? So, he knows it's late. He said they never really wanted it. If they wanted it, they would have offered him something, right? So there you have it. He thinks it's dead. He says they want the easier fight in Jarrell Miller. But isn't that what we heard from Jarrell Miller? Jarrell Miller said the same thing. They want the easier fight with your boy, Dillian Whyte. Let him. He should accept what they offer him. So it's back and forth, right? Back and forth. Dillian Whyte could be right. They lowballing him. He's been wanting. He's got $3 million, then went up to $4 million, $5 million, depending on if you're talking about pounds or whatever. Dillian wants 7 million pounds, right? And that's not what they offered him. Then he wants a percentage of the fight, a higher percentage than even what a mandatory would get, right? So it depends on how you look at that. Does Dillian Whyte deserve that? Here's the argument against. For example, if you would have took any of those fights to become mandatory, you would probably be mandatory for not only Joshua, but Wilder as well. If you would have went and fought Kubrat Pulev, you would be the mandatory right now. If you went and fought Ortiz, you would have got Deontay Wilder after that. Or if you would have fought Dominic Brazil, you would have got Deontay Wilder after that. Those are the things that could have happened. So when you fight other people, make a little bit more money, but when it comes time to getting Joshua, he's going to be in that driver's seat. You're not even a mandatory. So that's why you want to talk about if it's, for or against. Pro, contra, baby. So let's see how that works. If that's dead or not. I still think it's going to be Dillian Whyte at the end of the day. Now, new news. Excuse me. New news is it's supposed to be some kind of leaked phone call with Anthony Joshua. A leaked phone call. Listen, been around. I don't believe so much in leaked. But I know in the day we live in, it could be leaked, it could not be leaked. Listen, first sex tape was leaked. Everyone after that, I have a question mark behind it. Because after you get one sex tape out and somebody gets extremely famous for having a sex tape, and it ain't even too raunchy, just anything, and somebody caught you doing something, and you're doing a really passive sex somewhere on a sex tape, you feel like they watch something they are supposed to see, it sells, and everybody thinks it's leaked. The next ones, they were leaked on purposely. On purpose, all right? So that's how I feel about all that leaked stuff. It ain't really leaked. Now, phone call right now, you in negotiation on millions of dollars. Talking about millions of dollars. But we're going to leak a phone call talking about somebody else and not the dude who we're negotiating with. Man, it could happen. Because at the end of the day, it's supposed to be Eddie Hearn's come out and say it was talking to the pizza dude. And the pizza dude taped the conversation and put it on YouTube. Well, Joshua probably ain't talking to any pizza dude. You know what I mean? Just anyone, a random pizza dude, and then all of a sudden you're telling your contractual stuff with a dude that you don't really know. So it was probably his pizza dude, if it was the pizza dude. I'm talking about Joshua's pizza dude. What up, homie? How you been? How's the family? Yeah, man, what's up? What you gonna fight? That's more than a pizza dude. That's his homie that works at a pizza place. You know what I mean? So if he was talking to his homie that worked at a pizza place, then he's probably gonna confide him a little bit of information. Now, if it's his homie that's working at the pizza place, then his homie that's working at the pizza place is in trouble right about now. Joshua on his way probably about to slap him once and just said we can go out after a beer after I slap the hell out of you for putting something that I'm confiding in you on tape out there for everybody to have it. I shouldn't have been talking to you. So you ain't gonna be my homie that work at the pizza place no more. If you gonna do something like that. So either Joshua talked to somebody randomly, which means check his blood alcohol level, because he wasn't gonna really do that, or it was his homie that works at the pizza place, and his homie's in trouble right now for you know, putting his boy on blast like that. Regardless, right? So one way, I don't really believe the leaked. It was leaked on purpose, is how I see it. But if it wasn't, some pizza dude is getting slapped right about now, right? That's how I see that. But that's all good. Like I told you guys, next days are going to be interesting because these negotiations, people, April 13th is right around the corner. If you don't get nobody, I even hear new news. Kubit Pulev should be in the mix right now. Now, if I hear Kubit Pulev, because it is a mandatory, you take care of a mandatory, then maybe there might be a little bit of whisperings for Ortiz. Let's see. But let's see what's going forward. But isn't that a lot of information going on in the heavyweight division? Trying to get this date going down. And then we'll see what happens with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder soon if they can get that stuff finalized. But it's interesting. So at the end of the day, Dillian Whyte thinks the fight is dead. According to this leaked phone call, it should be dead because the leaked phone call said, he's probably going to be fighting in the States sometime in June. That's what the leaked phone call. So that would be Jarrell Miller, right? So who we going to believe? Dillian Whyte or the leaked phone call? Or none of the mess? Let's see what's happening. Doma Sports Talk. Worldwide. And I am up out of here, y'all.